Okay, let's get straight to the point. Let's talk about this breaking news coming out of Texas about the Texas Democrats and Governor Greg Abbott. And I guess you might want to say Donald Trump too, because he caught up in this also. So let's go. I'm not a politician, but I'm a contentician. Now, so the Texas Democrats has did a thing what they call break quorum. And what that means is this. I'm not a politician, so let's learn a little bit here. A denying quorum is also known as breaking quorum, refers to the act of preventing a legislative body or board from reaching a quorum. The minimum number of members required to be present to conduct official business. This is often done by a minority party or group to prevent the majority from passing or making a decision. So basically the Texas Democrats is trying to prevent the Republicans from basically voting on something and pass it. So let's go. Now this is not the first time that Texas has done this. They done it in 1979, they done it in 2003, and they done it in 2021. So now they are doing it again. So now what they done was you have to leave the state of Texas. And so I'm assuming that all the Democrats has left. So now the chair and the speaker for the House Democrats, Texas Representative Gene Wu, posted this to his Facebook page. He said, on the ground in Chicago, we will not back down. Democrats will fight for all Texans. So they have all jumped on a plane and fled to Illinois, to Chicago, and that's where they're going to hang out until something is done. Now, this whole thing is taking place because it's coming down to voting on a congressional map. So they're trying to rezone some things, and the Democrats, according to what Gene Wu is saying, is that Trump is the one who is basically pushing this agenda, and the Republicans in Texas is trying to carry it out, and the Texas Democrats are saying no, no, no. Like Destiny Child. No, 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 no. And the Republicans are saying, yeah, 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 yeah. But Gene Wu ain't having it. Now, here's a little video that he had made, I guess, before they fled to Chicago. Let's go.
My name is Gene Wu. I'm the state rep from Houston. I'm also the minority leader in the Texas House. I lead the Democrats here. And what we're doing is not something that's easy. It's not something that we're doing because it's fun or because of any other reason. We're doing this because we don't have a choice. That this is the last tool that we have to stop Trump and to stop the destruction of our communities. This is not a fight for just Democrats or even Texans. This is a fight for all Americans. Because if this spreads everywhere, if politicians can simply stop listening to their people, it's over. Our democracy, everything that America stands for, will be gone. Because once America stops being about us and instead just about them, then we are lost. We will not let this happen under our watch. We're going to do everything we can. Democrats here and people all over this country are standing up to fight. I hope you join us.
So once the Texas Democrats made it to Chicago, immediately they held a press conference and was introduced by the governor of Illinois. So now, the Texas Democrats, I don't know how long they're going to stay up there or will anybody end up folding and going back. But this is real major, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on this because they all packed up, got on a plane, and just left. Now, I don't know if they took their families with them or this just strictly just for them, and their families got to stay behind. But of course, y'all know Governor Greg Abbott is not having it. And he has responded, and we're going to get into that after this video. Let's go.
Well, right. I love that. The members behind me said it all. Look, they're here in Illinois. We're going to do everything we can to protect every single one of them and make sure that, because we know they're doing the right thing. We know that they're following the law. It's Ken Paxton who doesn't follow the law. Yeah. It's the leaders of Texas who are attempting not to follow the law. They're the ones that need to be held accountable.
I think we've discussed this among ourselves enough times that I hope everyone understands that this is not 2021. The world that we're living in today is vastly different. The threats to not only our state, but to our entire country, but the very concept of what America is This is a different day. The danger that is posed to the American people is not the same. If Donald Trump is allowed to do this, if he is allowed to once again cheat and get away with it, there is no stopping this. This will spread across the country. And just as people say it is distasteful for blue states to do this as well, but this will occur everywhere. Because if one person's going to cheat and no one's going to stop it, why doesn't everyone just do it then? And that is not a society, that is not an America that works everybody. Everyone is already tired of the hyper-partisan bickering and all the fighting because we never get anything done. And they are creating a system that will reinforce that and make it even worse. And we're telling people, please come out, stand up against it, rise up and say no more, enough.
Was there a moment that set this in motion? When did you all collectively decide to leave the state?
So, look, there's not a single moment. And throughout this process, Democrats repeatedly tried to work with Republicans on this, asking them, please, could you just at least show us the maps? Could you at least give us an idea of what you're thinking about, what you're doing? Could you please just at least file the bill to do the flooding relief? Just do something. Stop hiding the ball. Stop doing things in secret. Stop shutting people down. Stop not trying to silence our communities, but actually be effective in silencing the communities. Because after they gave 48 hours after they finally revealed the maps, for the public to drive 6-7 hours across the state to come testify. And they were given 2 minutes each, and some people waited 15 hours to testify. And we didn't even finish the testimony. And we asked them, could you please go out and ask? And they said, this is not, the people who testified are not reflective of the opinions of the people of the state of Texas. Then I said, why don't you go out and do more hearings and let people have their say? They refused. Because this entire thing is corrupt. It's a sham process. It's just meant to just have the tiny amount of transparency that they can pretend that's there, and then they hide the ball and get away with whatever they want to get away with. If they are allowed to go unchecked, if this is allowed to go unchecked, this is going to spread across our country and rip it apart.
So you heard the Texas House Democratic Caucus Chair, Gene Wu, speak at this press conference, and it appears that they're standing on business and they're not backing down. And they're not going back home to the state of Texas. So now Governor Greg Abbott, of course, he ain't going to just sit back and just let this play out like this and let them just do what they want to do. So he has released a statement, and he is standing on business as well, or should we say. So, Governor Abbott's statement on House Democrat quorum break. Governor Greg Abbott released the following statement outlining the legal consequences that the House Democrat members face for breaking quorum, including the potential loss of their seats and felony violations. This letter is also being sent directly to the individual members who have fled Texas. Let's keep going. Real Texans do not run from a fight, but that's exactly what most of the Texas House Democrats just did. Rather than doing their job and voting on urgent legislation affecting the lives of all Texans, they have fled Texas to deprive the House of the quorum necessary to meet and conduct business. These absences are not merely unattended and unavoidable interruptions in public service like a sudden illness or family emergency. Instead, these absences were premeditated for an illegitimate purpose, what one representative called breaking quorum. Another previously signaled that Democrats will have to go by an extreme measure of quorum break to stop these bills from happening. In other words, Democrats hatched a deliberate plan not to show up for work for the specific purpose of abdicating the duties of their office and thwarting the chamber's business. And then Governor Abbott ended it by saying this. Basically, I'm going to sum it up. He said, the Democrat House members must return to Texas and be in attendance when the House reconvenes at 3 p.m. on Monday, August 4th, 2025. For any member who fails to do so, I will invoke Texas attorney to remove the missing Democrats from membership in the Texas House. So basically, he gave them an ultimatum. you get your butt back down there to the state of Texas by 3 p.m. or you're going to get fired. Now, I don't know if he can do this because, like I said, this is not the first time this has happened in Texas. So I, would like to do some digging, like what happened in 1979, 2003, and 2021. Did those people lose their seats? I mean, do he have the right to take these people's seats? Because there's going to be a lot of positions and a lot of seats that need filling. I mean, what they're going to do. Now, here's the thing. Will some of the Democrats that fled and went to Chicago, now that Governor Greg Abbott released this statement saying they better get back, will they make a decision and say, hey, let me go ahead on back so I won't get in trouble? Because he said that they can face federal felony convictions or whatever. So that means they can possibly be arrested. Now, do they want to get that on their record? All because of this? But I understand is that you're trying to, get your point across. And it's sad that both parties do all this bickering in public and all this stuff, and they can't come to terms to agree on nothing. Both parties, you would think it would be better than this. I mean, we have kids who act better than they do sometimes. But hey, it is what it is. It's going to get to a point where people are going to get sick and tired, and they're going to start voting all these people out. Because a lot of these people do a lot of stuff to get your votes, then they get in office, they don't do half of the stuff that they told you they was going to do to get your votes. But y'all get in the comments there what y'all think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share this video. I'm Grady Mac. Holla.